Chinese University of Hong Kong. We are very happy to be here to show you some of the very interesting handicrafts that we have put into our new publication, which is this one. If you've gotten a copy, then you could turn to the relevant pages. Otherwise, you can also talk to us later as to how to get a hard copy. In any case, the soft copy is available on the Multiculturalism in Action website, so feel free to go there and browse around. We have a lot of different resources. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because we feel that it is very important for all of us to learn that it is really cultural diversity that has helped to make Hong Kong so unique. We have developed into a metropolitan city, and we are able to enjoy all sorts of different foods from around the world. We are able to explore the different ideas, religions, and whatever else that make us very interesting in the way people are living their lives around the world. So we are very happy to be able to do this in Hong Kong. Now today we are doing this especially getting one of our ethnic minority community friends, should I say that? For fear of stereotyping people, but ethnic minority communities are actually very important in Hong Kong. They make up 8% of the population, and they have contributing a lot to our development throughout the past 1.5 centuries. So why don't I now introduce our speaker today, who is Ms. Misaki Nagaoka. Of course, she is Japanese. She came to Hong Kong about 3 years ago, and I'll let her tell you who she is and why she is here and why she thinks Hong Kong is interesting. And what she will do then afterwards, she will be showing us her piece in this multicultural handicraft book. She has a contribution in this book, and if you have the book, we are on page 8 and 9. Right, so if you have the book, you can follow us. Otherwise, you can read it later on. And when you visit our website, make sure you also look at our different publications. We have one book on the different festivals of ethnic communities in Hong Kong, and another book on the foods that different ethnic communities eat and how they transform them into something uniquely Hong Kong. So feel free to browse through all of those. And so at this point, let me just ask Misaki to help us with the workshop. And if you do have questions in the process, please send us a question using the chat function, and we'll be able to see it. Okay, so let us welcome Misaki.
Thank you very much. Hello. The PowerPoint, please.
So we are looking for the PowerPoint in case you're wondering what's happening. Here we go. So, okay, so Misaki, so let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. First of all, hello. Please prepare 3 pieces of origami paper that we will be using later. Okay. So, hello, konnichiwa, daigaho. Thank you for attending this online workshop, and thank you for being online. My families and friends, and my supervising professors, and also my Cantonese teachers and friends, and people in Hong Kong, in all around the world. Thank you for inviting me as a speaker of this online workshop. So I'll talk about my experience as Japanese in Hong Kong. My name is Misaki, Nagaoka Misaki. As you know, Japanese people start with surname first. And I was born and raised in Tokyo. And I moved back to Hong Kong in 2017. I've been here almost 3 years. And yeah, the reason I came to Hong Kong is I'm married to a Hong Kong person. And it is very, I'm very new to Hong Kong, and I'm very excited every day. And I found that Hong Kong is, as the Professor Tam said, it's a very multicultural, multinational city. And my Cantonese classes are very multicultural. Some are from Asia, some are from Western countries, and some of them my classmates were, let's say, they were born in Hong Kong and raised in Hong Kong, but they don't speak Cantonese, and they're taking the same class as I was taking. And also, some people are very, familiar with the Hong Kong culture, and some are very new. And there are so many Japanese shops and restaurants. So I eat, I use things just like I was in Japan. I eat Japanese food. I use Japanese detergent, and I go to for shopping at Don Quixote and some Ion and some Japanese shops. And one of the most unforgettable memories in Hong Kong was a Trump party in 2018, just 2 years ago, because it was on my birthday. Actually, it was not for me, but my husband surprised me and bought me a piece of cake, and on the Trump, everybody celebrated my birthday. Next, please. Origami, yeah, I'm introducing origami now. It's paper folding. Oru in Japanese is to fold, and kami is paper, and we put the two words together and we say origami. And square paper itself like this, also for origami, and also these. Do you want to switch back? Okay. These small pieces are also called origami. Yes. We can combine some pieces and make a kind of balls, or even we can make a balloon with a small balloon on one sheet of paper. Okay. Next, please. Origami is actually the origin of origami. Paper folding is said to be gift wrapping in Heian period, 8th to 12th century. You can see the picture in the right. They're wearing very colorful patterns of kimono, and as you know, Japanese people, we like to wrap things. Excessive packaging or wrapping. You can get something from Japan. There are so many layers of wrapping paper or some cushions, and also I heard that the plastic bags are also important for us, and we are going to start pay for the plastic bags starting this July. But actually, I found that in Hong Kong it's already started in 2009, which is more than 10 years ago. And origami, there are two types of paper folding developed among samurai in Kamakura and Muromachi periods. They're in the 12th to 16th century, and there are two types. One is ritual origami, gire origami, and the second is origami for fun, yugi origami. And I put the picture of Kinkakuji, which was built in the 14th century in Kyoto. And Muromachi period is based in Kyoto. And at that time already the Japanese Buddhism, tea ceremony are rooted in the Japanese traditional culture. And also origami instructions such as paper crane and yakosan were also invented in this period and became common throughout Japan. And one type of origami is ritual origami. You can see the wedding envelopes or gift money bags on the left. There's on the right top corner. There's like a small thing paper folded. This is called noshi, and this is actually smoked abalone was put on the some gifts. It's for longevity, and this is already this is still used in our wedding envelopes. And also the right hand side, there's a tsuru, paper crane, and this is one of the origami for fun, yugi origami. And origami, I think, is a part of education, and at home and kindergarten. The education for the kids, mainly at the kindergarten, started in the 19th century, and nowadays also 90% of the Japanese household or kindergarten have their own origami at home, and they have some origami lectures at home or kindergarten. And now it's like a staying home period. Children, more and more children enjoying folding origami because you can offline, and also not only computer games, but you can play without computers or phones. And it needs some dexterity and concentration because you cannot walk around to fold papers. And I think it's a good thing to make something creative. And this is like generation to generation traditional thing to show and show the instruction, and not only to read the paper or read a book, but you can show how to fold, and the children can learn. And also origami items are unique if you cannot make very well, but this is also good for education, and each work has own characteristics. This is what I think. Okay, so the next thing I would like to talk about is Children's Day. It says Kodomo no Hi in Japanese. It's a national holiday in Japan on May 5th since 1948. The law, Act on National Holidays, says respect children's personality, happiness, and thank mothers, but we don't really care about how the law says. It's actually one of the national holidays of the Golden Week. So next slide, please. So Golden Week is like a long holiday in Japan. Here you can see the calendar from April 26th to May 9th. The red days or holidays or Sundays. So we had Showa no Hi on the 29th of April, and the 3rd of May is Constitution Day. 4th of May is Greenery Day. 5th of May is Kodomo no Hi, which is where I'm going to talk about. And the 6th was a substitute holiday because the 3rd Constitution Day was on Sunday. So we had so long holiday, yes, and just from the 26th to the 9th. Okay, so this is the modern and constitutional part of Children's Day, but actually this is more like traditional context of Tango no Sekku on the May 5th. And this is actually derived from Chinese Duanwu or Yun, which is I think the Dragon Boat Festival Day. Yes, and celebration in Japan started among the nobility in Nara and Heian periods, which was in 8th century, and developed as a celebration of strong boys among samurai in Edo period. So still now, it is considered as Boys' Day. So we celebrate for the boys. And just for information, Girls' Day is on March 3rd, but it's not a national holiday.
We need gender equality.
Yes, we say peach holiday. Yeah, Momonoseki. Yes. The next slide, please. Tango no Seku, I'll be showing some photos. I just briefly introduce decoration of kabuto, gogatsu ninkyo, and yoroi inside home, and decorate koinobori outside home, and eat kashiwamochi mainly in Eastern Japan, and eat chimaki in Western Japan. And also, we take a bath with shobu, iris leaves. Okay, so this is the indoor decoration for the Tango no Seku or May 5th, Boys' Day. These are very traditional, and as you can see, this is a samurai helmet, kabuto, which we are going to fold later. And you can see some golden things on the forehead. This is called tatemono, and this is the feature of the kabuto. So yes, this is showing off the strength or power as a samurai. Yes, so we have something like this at home inside the indoor decoration. This is next slide. There are some photos. The left side is I actually made at the kind of school for the traditional doll maker, wooden dolls with animal and costumes. And the second one in the center is one of my friends in Japan. Thank to Mr. Yamaki to show me this photo. Actually, a baby is sleeping next to the kabuto. And the right hand side is in the hotel, which is a set of decorations. Outdoor decoration is koinobori or carp streamers. Carps symbolize strong vitality in Chinese mythology, I think. Carp became a dragon through the waterfall. And black carp symbolizes father. And actually, the red ones and the small others used to be child because it's a samurai and only for male tradition. But now the red one is supposedly a mother. Yeah, this is like a family thing. Yes. Okay, and the festive food we eat is called kashiwamochi or chimaki. Chimaki is completely the same as in China, I think. But oak leaves oak leaves signify like strong vitality also. Because the leaves don't fall in the autumn, it means so that is like very strong. And the oak trees can be seen in Eastern Japan and not so common in Western Japan. So we have two different types. And I really like eating kashiwamochi with the miso paste, not only the red bean paste. Yes, already eaten since Edo period, I heard. Yes. By the way, the leaves cannot be eaten.
Just the mochi.
Yeah. Okay, the last thing is shobuyu. shobu is the same pronunciation as these three Chinese characters, Chinese words. I think in Chinese all different, right? This was
shobu, yes.
Different ways of pronunciation.
Yes, mo.
Oh yeah. But in Japan, it is all the same. It's shobu. Yeah, one is like think Budo or military is important, and then the second one is like fighting or match or battle. So this all put together as like a samurai or boys characteristic, and then we put shobu iris leaves in the bath. Yes, actually the bath is you, not the soup. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we make sure we're not drinking this.
And iris has strong fragrance, so this is a way to. This is believed to keep evil away from home. Yes. Okay, so maybe demonstration time.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So if we now all have our square paper, then we are going to start folding paper. So and let's all have fun. So I think there are some children over there, at home, and who are actually quite excited in learning how to do origami. So maybe Misaki, you can tell us what do we prepare for origami?
Yes, just some sheets of paper like this.
So these are very pretty. So where did you get them?
You can get at the Living Plaza by you. Yeah.
What if we don't get these paper?
Just
any paper will do.
Any paper. Yeah, you
any
can
paper.
Use like this kind of A4 paper and put like this, and you can
make a square.
Square.
Yes. So and can I ask a question about these paper?
Yes.
They all look very different. So do they mean anything? Is there a meaning to them?
Yeah, these are mainly part.
And I can hold for you.
Some traditional patterns we used in kimono also. And nice. These are like just patterns, symbols. Right. But these are like autumn leaves, or I think this is pine tree.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or yes, palm trees. These are also
right. So these come in a pack. So if you want to get a pack, so they look like this. But as Misaki was saying, any kind of paper that is a bit hard, not too soft, will do. Or maybe if you have a lot of shopping paper at home, you can use that too. Oh, and talking about shopping, I think we have a question about shopping. That the origami is related to shopping paper as well. Why is it?
I just read from an article, but in Heian period, I think in 8th century, many people like to fold and then give the gifts.
Oh, yes, so okay.
This is, I think, some luxury or
so it makes
a way of being polite.
Right. Yes, so you don't give people just the thing. Yes. So you try to wrap it up nicely, and so that's the origin of the shopping and the gift wrap. I see. Oh, that's interesting to know. So why don't we go on to the yakusan folding? Now in the book, Misaki teaches us how to make two things. One is called the yakusan origami. If you have it, this is page 8. So we will be folding a yakusan, and then we want to make the pants. So this is the head and the clothes and the shirt, and so then we make the pants together with this one set.
Yes.
Okay. So why don't we get started? So if we can move the camera so you can show, or do you want to show the PowerPoint first?
Okay.
Or maybe we can show the PowerPoint. So if you are there at home, you can follow us by looking at the pattern. 20. Okay, so this is the way to fold yakusan, but I think the focus is the picture.
Yeah. And okay, yes, this is from a, I just loved it from downloaded from a website. But this is like Yakusan parade in Japan, summer festival, and you can see the very wide sleeves. Yes, yes. This is the here. This part is yes the sleeves.
And
Yes.
Hakama.
Hakama. Next page is Hakama. Yes, this is Hakama. You can see the photos on the left. Yes, we still use for the wedding ceremony, Japanese style wedding ceremony, or we wear, like, especially for women, wear university graduation ceremony. Yes, it's very tight. Yeah. But like it's like pants or skirts, like two types. But this is obviously a pants type.
Oh, I see.
So let me.
Okay.
Okay, and then Kabuto. Yes, the last thing is Kabuto. As you saw earlier, there's like a horn on the forehead. This is Kabuto, and yes, we're going to make this also.
Okay, so we come to the camera. Okay. So if we all have a piece of paper,
yes, like this,
square paper like this.
Okay, let me start. Yes, is this okay? So first, the white side is up. White side, and fold into half to make a rectangle, and just fold half and half, and make a small square, and open to make creases. You can see the creases like this. Open. And this is the center, so all the corners should be in the center. At the center. Okay. And the next thing, flip over, and then again, all the corners should be at the center. Like this.
Okay. So now it looks like this.
Yes. Small.
So 2 times.
Actually, one more.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last thing you can see like this, and all the corners as here. And then again, make a small square. Yes, like this, a bit too.
Okay, so 4 corners to the center,
Yes.
3 times.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, like this, you can see something like this. You can open here. So one is head, and 2 are the sleeves, and then the rest is the body. Okay, so.
So you need to open. Okay.
Yes. Like this. And this. Like this.
Right. So are we there? Everybody following? Okay, so we need to open 3 of the sides, right?
Yes.
So it now looks like the head on the top, the sleeves on the side, and then you have like the shirt at the bottom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So this is done?
Yes.
Oh, not too difficult. So do we draw anything on it at all? I mean, traditionally, you don't draw anything.
Well, it depends, but you can write something like head here.
If you're interested in following this as well, get a sign pen and you can draw a head, like 2 eyes and a smile.
Like this.
Like this. Right, maybe not so clear, but I think we have one that we prepared before. So if you like to draw something like this, if I can focus myself. Okay, so it probably gives you an idea that this is what it looks like, right? Okay. All right, so now we have the top.
Yes.
We have the top, so now we need to make the pants, right? So this is the pants. So how do we do the pants now?
Pants some parts are the same.
Yes, so start the same way. Fold 1 time.
Fold this for the crease. See the center.
So 2 times, open again.
Yes.
Okay.
And all the corners to the center.
Right, so it's the same. The first 3 steps are the same. Okay. So this is 1 time.
Yes, second time.
Flip over,
Yes.
second time. It looks so easy for you, Misaki, but for young children, how old when they start to learn this in Japan?
I think about 3-4 years old.
3-4 years old. Yeah. So at home and also in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And why? I mean, why do children need to learn this?
It's like one is I think for fun, you know, like when we didn't have a computer game.
Oh, okay. This is a toy.
And creative. Yes. So this is the last time. Right?
So flip over 1 more. So
this should be up, and then
yes. Okay, so all the corners to the center.
Yes. Then, so this is the same, or almost the same as.
Yes. Okay. Until now, it's the same.
Yes, but you need to decide which part is the belt, like how to say.
The top of the pants.
Yes. Right. So this is a bit tricky. So first, the 2 sides are the same as yakusan, like this, to flatten. And the last thing is a bit difficult. Okay, so
you pull it out.
Pull here, and like this, make let's say inside out.
Oh, okay. So that's the tricky part.
Yes, and then
Oh, so that's the pants.
yes.
Okay, can you do it again? I'm a slow learner.
Yes.
So we put it back to
Yes.
the square just now.
Yes, like this, right?
Yes. So this is the square. Right.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to watch closely now, right? So one,
One,
open two,
these are the
and then the
unfilled.
yes, and the remaining one,
Yes.
you have to pull.
Pull and
Okay. Yes. Pull, open.
like this. And
Oh, so you use your thumb at the back to push
yes.
it up. You push it up,
Yes.
and it becomes the pants. Okay, done. And so this is one set. This is
Yes.
Yako-san, the servant.
Yes.
Right. Now I was just thinking, of course, we can all do this at home and we can make a lot. Actually, we made quite a lot. Before we turn on the camera, we have made quite a few. And I was just thinking, Misaki, is it allowable to use this for, like, because you mentioned they are toys.
Yeah.
So if you have like this one and you've got other ones, can we say like have a role play? So this is
Yeah.
sister, this is brother, and then they go out to play, and then you can do a backdrop for them. Like, you go out to the gardens and you can have a play, right? So, to develop a creativity, right? So you can use that.
Yes, of course. Yes, be creative.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this is what we did in the book,
Yes.
Yaku-san and the pens. You have brought something new for us.
Yes.
Right. So I will put this down, and then we can see the face of Misaki again. So we were saying how you celebrate Boys' Day.
Yes.
Right. So you can celebrate Boys' Day with this
helmet.
kabuto.
Yes, kabuto. This is a thing.
The horns.
Golden horns on the forehead. Yes. This is made by the A2 paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you want something big. You
Yes.
need a big piece of paper.
Yeah, but now we are going to use a small one to make. Okay.
Okay. So we will now learn to make something new now. It's called a kabuto, which is the helmet or the hat of the warriors.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So then again, this I have one sheet of paper. Okay.
Okay.
So this time we make a triangle, not a square.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, like this. So take this. Yes. And the second thing is corners to mark the corner. Okay. So like this. And next, then again, the corner to the corner, the other corner. So 1, 2.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing is the horns. So just flip a little bit. Like this. Flip a little bit. So it doesn't matter you go like this or tiger, but I think like this, yeah, it's nice, look nice, yeah.
Okay.
And the next thing is, so these 2 layers, only one layer should be not completely to the top, but a bit lower here, and fold here, and the next thing is to roll up like this. Yes. And the last thing here, it's okay to put just the other side, or you can put inside the helmet. And it's done.
Oh, wow. Okay. So here we go. We have the Boys' Day helmet, and it is celebrated every year in May. So if you're interested, follow us and try to make a helmet for yourself as well. Okay, wonderful. Wow. Okay, here we go. This is one set: the helmet, the shirt, and the pants. Okay, thank you so much, Misaki. We'll put this back. Now, we have a couple of minutes left. And, okay, while we're fixing the camera, can I just have a look at the questions? We did receive a few questions, and we already answered one about the packaging. The next question is, do you think origami is the same as other paper folding in the world?
Well,
or how special is it?
Well, as I talked during my introduction, these, especially yakusan or kabuto, are already, invented 500 years ago. So this is also from like a samurai culture. So I think this is very Japanese. Yes, and also, how to say, hakama is, we don't usually wear these days, but still we keep the name as hakama. Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah. So in a way, then, when small children learn origami, making these traditional clothing, traditional helmets, etc., they're really learning their traditional culture. Because so. Nowadays people don't wear it anymore, but they still learn the traditional culture by origami. You also mentioned in the book that your grandmother taught you how to do this when you were really small. So it is also happening in the family. It's not just in school, but in the family also.
Or you can just grab a sheet of paper, any paper, like a candy wrapping. Yes, you can enjoy, try very small pieces or big pieces. Also.
Right. Now, in Hong Kong, we know of origami, the Japanese way of paper folding. We also saw some, huge paper sculpture almost. They're really big and they show the different manga figures. So is it a new development in a way?
Yeah, I think so. Nowadays, we have some origami, how to say, sculpture, or like a 3D types of origami. So these are 2D, 2-dimension, and not 3D, but some are like animal shaped or many kind of creative new types of origami are also popular.
So you can make cartoon characters.
Yes.
You can make like Superman figurines, and because I've seen some of those are really very impressive, and I've seen those ones with a huge dragon. Right. So I think there's lots of development, and so although it is very traditional, I think people are using a lot of their creativity and try to make new ways of ever evolving art form.
Even kindergarten children are trying to make their own ways of origami.
Yes. So you encourage people to be creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also good for the mathematics. So yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is it related to mathematics?
Like, I don't know, the angles or how to fold.
Oh, so you have to have the right kinds of angles.
Yeah, or just I think it's like one way of how to say make the show beautifully, or other, how to say, yes, the length of here or there.
Also, the proportion
Yeah,
has to be right in order to be pretty
but
visually.
it's okay. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
You can try
Different
yes,
ways.
different ways.
Right. Yeah, I think it's fun because then you can teach children the angles. So this is like the different acute angle, obtuse angle, and whatever. There are a lot of applications as well.
Yes.
It's not just for fun, but also it's good for education. Okay, I see. Now, we also have another viewer asking, will it be able to get the PowerPoint slides? So with the permission of Misaki.
Actually, the photo of my friend child is not allowed, but maybe I can share some.
Yes. Okay.
Under some, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, copyright.
That's good. That's good. So maybe we can do a revised version on the PowerPoint slides. And I'm sure some of our viewers would like to review it so they can learn more deeply. And what is the origin of origami and why are things done in a particular way? Like why is it related to the Boys' Day, etc. So just a question from me, myself. If you have a Boys' Day and a Girls' Day, so you have origami for Boys' Day, do you have origami for Girls' Day?
Yes, I know. This is called Ohina-sama.
Yes.
These are one pair, male and female. Yes, so these I think former minister. Yes, so we can also make.
Oh, okay. So there is origami for in relation to femaleness, in relation to girls.
Well, this related to the Girls' Day celebration.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, one question is, do you think origami can continue? Because nowadays children have so many electronic devices. So what do you think?
Well, I believe origami also can be the part of it. As we already mentioned, there are many new ways to fold and even more like creative related to cartoons, manga, etc. So I think it can be combined. Even I saw a book at the university library. It was related to Doraemon.
Doraemon, I'm sure people over there know. So Doraemon using origami.
I think you can make the Doraemon face on origami.
Okay. So there are lots of new developments.
Yes.
And so although a lot of children like their electronic devices, is not in conflict really. So you can play with your electronic devices, but at the same time you can learn origami and be creative as well. Right. Now then, the next question is a bit deeper because the viewer wants to know whether origami is art. So it's not just handicraft, it's not just a toy, but do you consider it art?
Art. Yes, I think so. Yes, maybe what to say. Yes, these are very simple ones, but some people make very complicated and very artistic. So I think it's also kind of art.
Right. It's a form of art too. And I think in a way the definition of art is difficult.
Oh, yes.
Right? Because now how do you say one thing is art and another thing is not? But rather in a way then art is something that human beings create and be able to inspire others, make other people think more deeply about life. And I think that is art, really.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so I think We don't have a lot of time, but I wonder if Misaki has anything to add to her presentation today, because it's a lot of information. It's a lot of information, but one thing I do want people to bring away from this workshop is that we have a lot of different cultures in Hong Kong, and we bump into people of different ethnic groups every day. They may be our neighbors, they may be our classmates, they may be just anybody on the street. As long as we have a curiosity about other people's culture, it helps us increase our knowledge. It helps us develop new friendships, when we can make new friends. And through that, we learn about different cultures and how other people in the world think, and also about their values in life. So, and I think this is very interesting and also very important too for us as we live in a global age. What do you think?
Let me think of it. Yes, not only origami, we have variety of Japanese traditional customs, cultures. Yeah. So not only showing one side of culture, we can learn more deeply and learn to each other. For example, I'm very quite new to learn about origami so deeply to make this presentation. Right. And I really learned how old the traditional customs are, and also some parts like Duanwu, or I think some story of carps and iris are also from China. So we have something in common. Yes. And so just we have learned, back in the history, and we can learn from now also.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is a great point, because you just mentioned that there are things, there's Japanese, but at the same time, it could be similar things, very similar presentations of a particular thing, like a carp or a person, and it happens all around the world, right? So there are lots of commonalities within humanity itself. So many things that we share with the Japanese, with Chinese, with Americans, with whoever else on earth. And so I think it is important for us to learn about the common things, and not just the differences as well. So we have a wonderful question here. I need to ask you, Misaki, will you organize more sessions for us in the future?
Well, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. We will organize that. But before we go, Misaki will teach us a Japanese phrase, which, if we go back to the PowerPoint slides, you will see that we have learned one Japanese phrase already, which is konnichiwa.
Yes.
We learned konnichiwa. What does that mean?
Just hello.
Hello.
Yeah, midday, like daytime. Yeah, greetings.
Daytime. So it's like a good day. Yes, konnichiwa is a good day.
Actually, it means
hello.
Today.
Today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Konnichiwa is just today is blah blah blah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're there and you hear us, you can follow us, and we say konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Now, before we leave, we have to say one more thing, and let's go to the very last slide, and which is this one. So what is this?
This is thank you. Arigato.
Arigato. Arigato means thank you.
Thank you.
So arigato, Misaki-san.
Thank you. Doche. Doche daiga.
Okay. Thank you, Misaki, so much. Last slide. So if you're interested in our work, we are called Multiculturalism in Action Project. We believe in partnership with everybody, being able to partner together to make changes in society. We believe in the process. We are able to mutually empower each other through the increase of knowledge, through the increase of friendships, and through the increase of understandings among different cultures. And if we keep doing it, we sustain it, then I think we will have a better society. If you're interested in our work, go to our website, which you see. It's also where you will find the soft copy of the handicraft book, as well as the cookbook that I introduced at the beginning. Or join us or follow us on Facebook. We'll find all new information. We put a lot of regular posts up there to not only talk about different aspects of culture, but we also give you information as to what we see in the news, and we discuss things like multicultural policy, we discuss things like problems or issues that different ethnic groups may face, but at the same time, we will also look at or celebrate the different very interesting things that different cultures are doing in Hong Kong. So before we meet you next time, have a very, very good day and keep coming back to our website and follow us. So bye-bye.